Hello, I'm Swastika Panda from Orissa TV.in bringing you today's news from Orissa. First, the headlines. Orissa CM orders crime branch probe into murder of 4 family members in Astarangapuri. BJD state executive meeting kicks off. Pratap Dev appointed state returning officer. Cargo operations begin at Paradip port after week-long impasse. 12-hour ban disrupts normal life in Mayurbhanj. And Odia girl wins Community Impact Award in US. Now the details. Chief Minister Navin Patnaik on Wednesday ordered a crime branch probe into the brutal murder of 4 members of a family, including 2 minor girls at Nagar village under Astaranga police limits in Puri district on Tuesday night. The directive of the Chief Minister came following the demand by the irate villagers for a crime branch probe into the gruesome killing. The deceased have been identified as Dinabandhu Malik, retired District Inspector DI of Schools, his wife and 2 minor daughters. IGRP Kochi and Puri SP Ashish Singh had rushed to the spot in the night following information. The SP informed the media that a 4-member team of police would probe into the gruesome murder. Meanwhile, a scientific team reached the spot on Wednesday. Meanwhile, tension prevails in the village as hundreds of villagers who on Tuesday night had blocked the room where the bodies are lying have demanded a crime branch probe into the entire incident and immediate arrest of the accused. They also detained the police vehicle which came to take the bodies for post-mortem. The kin of the deceased suspect that the assailants might have committed the crime for properties. On the other hand, police have not arrested anyone on the matter. The state executive body meeting of the ruling Biju Janata Dal began in Bhubaneswar on Wednesday to discuss about its organizational polls and to prepare blueprint for the Jan Sampark Padayatra beginning from October 2nd. The Biju Janata Dal BJD today appointed spokesperson and former Minister Pratap Dev as State Returning Officer SRO for party's organizational polls. A decision to this effect was taken at the state executive body meeting of the party presided over by its Supremo and Chief Minister Navin Patnaik at the party headquarters here. The meet discussed about the organizational elections. The meet focused on 9 proposals, including propagation and growth of Odia language and promises made by the party in the poll manifesto. Briefing newsmen after the meeting, senior BJD leader and former Minister Prasanna Acharya said the party would prepare a blueprint for the Jan Sampark Padayatra beginning from October 2nd. The party, since its formation, has been holding the Jan Sampark Padayatra. We hold the exercise every year to reach out to the people at the grassroots level. The blueprint will be prepared today for the statewide Padayatra. The meet will also discuss about membership drive and Jan Sampark Padayatra, which will begin from Gandhi Jayanti on October 2nd and culminate on birth anniversary of Jay Prakash Narayan on October 11th.
बीजेटी तो सब बड़े लोक सांगे ही अच्छी दल गठन है दिन ठार आज पर्यंत आम सब बड़े लोक सांगे अच्छु और लोक सांगे रही आमर जहाँ निर्वाचन प्रतिश्रुति लोक ताकू आंतरिकतार सहित ताकू कार्यकारी करने आम चेष्टा करुछु आम सरकार चेष्टा करुछि एवं पर्यायक्रमे आम ताकू कार्यकारी करुछु।
आम दलर कार्यक्रम को लोकाभिमुखी करैबार जो अभिप्राय रही सेटा आम आगुरी सदा संगठित हो रही यही जो उत्सवटा हम 2 तारिख रे तेणु दांडी मार्च होता से लवण सत्याग्रह होता एबर जो मार्चटा हम यहाँ हूँ लोकंर अभियान।
Cargo operations began at Paradip port on Wednesday morning after a week-long impasse. The decision to resume cargo operations was taken at a meeting presided over by the Jagatsinghpur District Collector Bijay Ketan Upadhyay at the Collectorate on Tuesday. Work would begin as usual at 6 a.m. tomorrow. We would supply raw materials required by the plants. The Dumper Owners Association has agreed to provide dumpers for cargo loading and unloading. Orissa head of CV Shipping and Logistic Private Limited SSPL Devendra Naik told reporters after the meeting on Tuesday. He said members of All India Stevedores Federation were of the opinion that the ongoing strike should be called off but the discussion should continue to arrive at a permanent solution. Besides, the Stevedores Association also agreed to abide by the rules and regulations of the port, he added. Naik also informed that the port authorities, who had earlier issued an office order to cancel the license of all stevedoring companies, have agreed to withdraw the order. We have categorically asked the Dumper Owners Association whether it would provide required number of dumpers for cargo handling. If the association fails to deliver, any stevedoring agency, as per the circular order of the port dated May 15, 2015, can hire dumpers from outside for cargo handling, Naik said. Paradip Stevedores Association President Mahimananda Mishra said SSPL, which was assigned the cargo handling work by the Jindal Power and Steel Limited JSPL, would sublet the work to a panel of stevedores on rotation basis, while 10 or 12 stakeholders presently working in the port would cooperate in the work so that the system, which was earlier prevalent, would continue.
आदरे बहुत डिस्कशन हला समस्त किछि कंस्ट्रक्टिव सजेशन मते देइतिले एंड बोथ साइड प्रथम बहुत रिजिड थिले तापरे किछि परसुएड करिया परे से माने टिके फ्लेक्सिबल हेइ चंती एवं समस्त राजी हेइ चंती जे काली सकाळू नॉर्मल पोर्ट ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट करियो.
The Commissionerate Police raided an illegal gutka manufacturing unit at Jagannath Nagar in Lakshmi Sagar area in Bhubaneswar on Tuesday. 8 persons involved in the illegal activities were arrested on the spot. They were forwarded to the court on the same day, police said. Machines used for making tobacco items and raw materials worth over rupees 1 lakh were also seized during the raid. Taking note of the gradual weakening of the Maoist outfit with massive surrender of its cadre in the recent past, the Orissa police today chalked out a slew of measures to further weaken the stronghold of the Red Rebels in the undivided Koraput district. A high-level meeting convened by the DIG Southwestern Range S. Saini discussed about the Maoist situation in Malkangiri district. The meeting also deliberated on several measures, including intensification of anti-Maoist operation, timely completion of Gurupriya Bridge, and construction of more mobile towers to strengthen communication network. The meeting primarily discussed about the coordination of the state police with the central parliamentary organizations to effectively deal with the left-wing ultras, Saini told reporters after the meeting. The meeting was attended by the BSF IG, CRPF and Cobra commandants, SPs of 6 Maoist-affected districts and senior BSNL officials. DGM, BSNL Koraput Division, Sasang Sekhar Mishra said the meeting discussed about the setting up of more mobile towers in the Maoist-hit districts for better and faster communication network. It may be mentioned that about 700 Maoist sympathizers have surrendered in Malkangiri district in the last 15 days. While 6 top Maoist cadres have been killed in encounter with the police, more than 40 Maoist militias have surrendered before the police till August this year. As per report of the Union Home Ministry, there were a total of 103 cases of Maoist violence in Orissa in 2014, in which 16 people were killed, while 9 people have died in 45 cases of Maoist violence in the state till August this year. Lolita Prasida Sripada Sri Sai, a class 11 student from Odisha's Koraput district, won the Community Impact Award at the Google Science Fair 2015 held at California in the United States on Monday. The 13-year-old Lolita, who studies in Delhi Public School at Damanjodi in the tribal-dominated district, displayed her project on cleaning wastewater by running through different layers of corn cobs at the fair. She received $10,000 as prize money. Lolita will be supported for 1 year by Scientific American, the sponsor of the award, for further research on her project. She has won the award in 13 to 15 age group. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik has congratulated Lolita and said she has made Odisha and India proud. Union Minister of State for Petroleum and Natural Gas Dharmendra Pradhan has also congratulated and wished her all success. With police often being targeted by masses over law and order matters, Odisha government on Tuesday stressed on strengthening the community policing system across the state through the initiative Amo Police. The suggestions made by the members of the community policing should be addressed promptly to make the scheme viable, Chief Minister Navin Patnaik said while inaugurating a 2-day program of police officers associated with community policing in Bhubaneswar. As the community policing scheme has been implemented in all 504 police stations across the state, he said there should be a viable reception and strong Mahila and Sishu desk in all police stations. Strengthening of reception and Mahila and Sishu desks will help fulfill the basic objective of community policing, he observed. The two-day training program covered issues like the concept and practice of armor police, Kerala's community policing scheme, Jana Maitri, and effective communication. About 160 officers from across Orissa participated in the training program. Similar training modules will be conducted in this calendar year to include all officers associated with implementation of armor police scheme in the state, said Satyajit Mahanti, ADG and Nodal Officer for Community Police Scheme. Mystery continues to shroud over the whereabouts of Odia man Trivash Samal, who was kidnapped by ISIS in Libya and was reportedly released later. In reply to an email from OTV, the Indian embassy at Tripoli informed that they have received information about the conditional release of Samal by the ISIS. However, the embassy also confirmed that they have no information of the whereabouts of Samal. Notably, Samal, who was kidnapped by ISIS militants in Libya on September 16th, and later on family members informed that he was released on the condition of working in a hospital. The central team led by Additional Commissioner R.P. Malik will visit Orissa to review the drought situation. According to sources, the team along with officials of the state government will visit various places and assess the situation and suggest remedial measures. Notably, Union Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Radha Mohan Singh has directed the ministry to constitute a central team comprising officers of the ministry and a representative of Central Rice Research Institute, Cuttack. Earlier, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan had requested the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister to depute a central team for taking first-hand view of the prevailing drought situation in different parts of the state and suggest remedial measures and strategies for combating agrarian and rural distress. Pradhan highlighted that 8 districts namely Dhenkanal, Khurda, Balangir, Bodh, Bargarh, Subarnapur, Kanthamal and Keonjhar have received below normal rainfall. Besides, agricultural activities in 103 blocks in 23 districts have been adversely affected. Orientation program for students at the newly set up Indian Institute of Management IIM in Sambalpur began on Wednesday at its temporary campus, Silicon Institute of Technology. Professor Pravan Kumar Singh, coordinated IIM Indore, said so far 49 of the 60 allotted seats have been filled up, while the remaining seats are likely to be filled up later. It may be noted that a high-level meeting presided by Development Commissioner UN Behra at the State Secretariat earlier this week had decided that regular classes of IIM Sambalpur would start from September 24th.
IIM संबलपुर में हम लोग अब शुरू करने जा रहे हैं IIM को कि इसमें इनॉग्रल ओरिएंटेशन और रजिस्ट्रेशन का कार्यक्रम होता है और फिर उसके बाद से जो पढ़ाई का कार्यक्रम है, जो वेल स्ट्रक्चर्ड प्रोग्राम होता है, वो शुरू हो जाएगा। तो शुरू का जैसे इसको हम लोग 2 साल के कोर्स को 6 टर्म में पढ़ाते हैं, तो अभी समझिए कि हम स्टेप बाय स्टेप शुरू कर रहे हैं। 2 साल के प्रोग्राम का टर्म 1 की पढ़ाई शुरू हो जाएगी। हम लोग ये ध्यान रखते हैं कि कोर्स का जो कंटेंट है वो उसकी कंसेप्चुअल बेस और कॉन्टेम्पोररी इसको कहते हैं समसामयिक, माने कि कंसेप्ट क्या है, आधार क्या है और क्या चल रहा है, क्या नया चल रहा है, इससे वाकिफ होना, इसको जानकारी होना, ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन होता है। और जो भी इंस्टीट्यूट इन कॉम्बिनेशंस को बना के चलती है वो अच्छी पढ़ाई दे रही है।
Normal life was thrown out of gear in Mayurbhanj district on Wednesday due to the 12-hour dawn to dusk bandh called by Jharkhand Mukti Morcha JMM in protest against the closure of Baripada Urban Cooperative Bank. The party demanded reopening of the bank, immediate refund of money and financial assistance to the depositors. The bandh was supported by other organizations in the district. Party activists blocked roads at many places including Udala, Karanjia and Rairangpur. Vehicular traffic came to a grinding halt in the district. All educational institutes, non-governmental organizations and business establishments remained closed. The bandh also affected train services between Baripada and Balesur. Hundreds of heavy vehicles were found stuck near Jamasola check gate. Adequate police forces have been deployed at all sensitive points, keeping in view any possible untoward incident. Notably, the state government has closed the cooperative bank following the order of RBI. Before wrapping up the headlines once again, Orissa CM orders crime branch probe into murder of 4 family members in Astarangapuri. BJD state executive meeting kicks off with Tapdev appointed state returning officer. Cargo operations begin at Paradip port after week-long impasse. 12-hour ban disrupts normal life in Mayurdhanj. And Odia girl wins Community Impact Award in US. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.